Alright, welcome back to the brand new video. Look at you saying, watch the hands go up. Look, things you gotta look out for. When they see me, particularly you women, they'll start playing with their hair. Their hands will go up. They will sweep their hair behind their head. Right? They will fold their mouth, fold their lips in, like here. Okay? They will engage in hand signals, right? Palm fixation. Okay? Particularly when they're walking in front of me, going in the same direction, they'll put their hands behind their back with their palm open towards the back of them, right? Particularly when they're in front of me. They're constantly looking down at their shoes. All right, what else? They're using colors, TIs, bold colors. Right, so today I'm wearing yellow. And yellow, you know, it's a bold color, just like the color red. Right? So you just gotta look at the color that they use against you and wear it. If you stop wearing colors because, again, they're using it against you, it's because they're negatively affected. They condition you with what is called using dark psychology or dark NLP. So ways to neutralize it is to wear clothing which is the same color that they're used to emotionally negatively affect you. Right? So again, that's what I had to figure out. Right? And you know, you don't have to buy things, just buy a couple of t-shirts, the same color, and wear it. Right? Wear colors that will be, you know, opposite to what they're trying to do to you. So, for example, if they're wearing black, right? If they target you with color black, switch it up, wear black also, all black, and then. Like once they wear all black, the next day you may wear blue or red or yellow or gray. All right, particularly when you find after a couple of days, a day or two, actually 2 days, you know, see what color they're going to primarily be wearing, and then wear that color, right? See what it is that they're doing, and then mimic them, right? Some of the hand signals, right? Mimic them. See what it is that they're doing in terms of saying certain things to you, and you say those exact things back. Like for example, you walk past a couple of perps, you know perps. Then what do you do? What do you do? You thinking he put his hands over his head. I stick my hand in my ears. Look, he got this bag. Now he goes into the bag. Now both of them turn and they're walking this way. You know her too. See? She walking towards me. He walking across there. Yeah. So you guys look forward in. Right? Okay. So yeah. I can tell you can tell the person. I can set them off just by doing certain things, and then I just explain to you guys what it is that they're doing, because again, this is how you expose them. Right? Because they're focused on you. Just remember, they're obsessed with you. Right? They've been given an obsession, which is whenever they see you, they become obsessed with you. I don't understand how it works, right? So anyhow, as I was saying, so you know, you walk past them and you can have your phone in your hand, put your phone to your ears and pretend you're having a conversation and start saying some of the things that they say to you. You have to analyze your feelings, your thought patterns, your emotions when they do certain types of things, and that will tell you that you have been programmed, right? You have been brainwashed. So you're not going to deprogram most things, but if you program some of it, then you know you're on your way to deprogramming yourself for most of the things that they do, and they're going to still continue to do it, you know. But it's changing your thought pattern and your emotions that have been anchored to those triggers, right? And again, using psychological terms. Right? Anchors and triggers, right? That has to do with neuro-linguistic programming. It has to do with also the power of association. It has to do with also operant conditioning, right? Operant conditioning, which is a reward and what? Punishment type of conditioning, right? Also anchors and triggers. Money is used as a trigger to what? To change your behavior. Certain things are being used as a trigger to change your behavior, whether be it positively or negatively. Okay? You have to become very versed in using certain terms. And I can talk about, and you're going to see when you start to use certain terms, you're going to see how they're going to particularly they'll use the police a lot more now. But then this is why you report. This is why you expose them. Right? This is what you do. Like I said, there are ways to expose them. I've been doing this for well over a decade now. Okay? Well over a decade. So there isn't anything that they doing that they haven't done, thousands of times before. Okay? So you just have to be very observant. Listen to your thoughts. When I say listen to your thoughts, I mean pay attention to your thoughts when they do certain things, what it is that your mind is saying to you. Right? Pay attention to your emotions when they do certain things. What are your emotions are like? What are you feeling? Right? And so you can start to see the connection between the trigger and your emotions, right? And the anchor, which is your thought pattern, your emotions, your behavior, and change it. Like I said, whenever there's positive when it comes to the use of colors in a negative way, and you then condition yourself to see it in a positive way. Learn the definition of, I should say, not learn the definition, but learn the association that certain colors have with emotions, right? Positive and negative, right? Learn the meaning of certain words that they use, okay? And then replace those words with something that's positive. So now when you do it back to them, you're in your mind, you're associating it with a positive thing, and they're associating it with a negative thing because they've been told to do this to you because it should affect you negatively. So they know the meaning of the negative meaning of what it is that they do. So now when you do it, they will be, in their mind, they will be saying the same thing, right? It's hard to neutralize. You gotta be able to neutralize some of your targeting. Okay? You gotta do. Anyhow. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna talk about how music is being used. So I hope you guys noticed that when the truck was passing by, or the SUV was passing by, you start to see them behave a certain way, right? They start to do hand signals, they start to move, they start to come to does the choking thing. I'll do the same thing back too. Right? So I'll do the same thing back. Look down your shoes, I look down at my shoes. Yeah, but everything is connected. And then also watch the colors that are being used. Red car that's turning right there. So I see her talking about how it comes in threes, right? Yeah, now she's this, right? This, right? Making her finger like a gun. But it's a peace sign. In Kemetic African language, African sign language, that means peace. So we know in Western society they use like I said, everything the Africans do, white people take it and turn it around into something negative. Right? And again, these things have been done, these sort of signals over thousands of years. But white people would take what Africans have done and make it something negative. Because that's their mindset. So they have to, you see, what they do is learn from us and take our positive attributes, our positive ways, and they give us their negative attributes and their negative ways. Right? It's called psychological projection. Okay? Understand that. Again, I'm not saying that to say it. I'm just saying it because, again, it's factual. There's anything that I can't prove that I say. Even my targeting. This is why I show you guys. This is why I can understand the psychological conditioning, the methods, the tactics, to be able to expose it and to show you guys exactly what you need to do if you are a TI. If you're new, watching my videos, you know, you're not triggered too much by these things, watch it, listen to what I say, and do some of the same things too. You'll see. You will see. Okay? Because again, you have to be able to defend yourself, right? If somebody's attacking you and you don't have any defense mechanism, how you gonna even survive, right? Particularly when they're attacking your mind, and you don't, just like when most TIs we don't in the beginning that how we're being attacked psychologically. Yeah, you will be harmed by this greatly. You know, go look at if you listen to TIs who've been targeted longer than I have. You know, particularly from the early '90s or even the late '80s, they are really injured, like really psychologically injured because of this, because of the psychological warfare. But the next generation of people who they target, they're going to be well versed, well prepared, and be able to fight back a lot better than we were able to. You know, like had I known what I know before I became a target, and that this was being done, they would have never been able to do what they've done to me and to other TIs. Never. You know, in terms of the psychological manipulation and the psychological harm that they've done. Now, in terms of the use of technology like silent sound, right? This is what they're doing, and they're very proud of it too. They're very, very proud of it. But you know, that's what makes them religious fanatics, because you know they're ignorant. They don't know the truth. They just believe. They're believers. So there's nothing you and I can truly do to wake them up, right? For the most part, particularly if they're very fanatic. What will have to happen is something drastic. I always talk about this, right? So in order for these people to come out of their condition, something drastic will have to happen. It's something negative, right? I give you these examples all the time with black police officers, right? When they're wearing uniform clothing, they know better to run out to stop somebody from committing a crime, particularly if other police around, because they run the risk of being shot. Because it has happened. It has happened to where black police officers, the president department over there, on my car, to where they're being like the black police officer who was assaulted during the Black Lives Matter protest, and he's telling them, "Hey, I'm a police officer," you know, showed them his badge, and they thought it was fake, and they beat the shit out of him, right? And all of a sudden, he's crying racism. But you know, had he been in uniform, he would have been out there beating up on black protesters, right? So again, only in those aspects, for the most part, is where you see black police officers will get a wake-up call. Why? Because their programming was interrupted by the very same people who programmed the police department. Okay?
Don't sleep, don't smoke. Jesus
So,
coming.
look how they're changing their language. Wake up, Jesus. Being awake. If you are an awoken person, you know Jesus ain't coming. All right. So again, look at how they try to introduce language and try to co-opt the woke mindset of people, right? Or people being awakened. Yeah, you don't awaken to Jesus. You're still sleeping if you believe in Jesus. You're still asleep. Anyhow. Like I was saying, so yeah, and then there was another one where there was a cop who was changing his tire. You know, he had a tire flat. The cop came, and you know he was in his vehicle calling somebody. He saw the police cop, and he got out of the vehicle, and the cops were yelling. He was like, "Hey, I'm one of you guys." They didn't care. They didn't care at all. He had another example where another black police officer driving to work, you know, in his police vehicle, in uniform, right? In uniform, okay. They see him in police uniform, and they still, you know, decided that they're gonna mess with him and curse him and call him an asshole and all this stuff, right? And again, and he's above their rank, right? He's a detective, and they're like plainclothes officers. So the fact that they feel like they can talk to people who outrank them, black people who outrank them, in such a degrading way, it just tells you. But that's the only how black people, look, number 32, ever decide to move, and decide to walk towards the buses coming. vehicle, T12327. Right? So yeah. But yeah. So I want you to understand how psychological conditioning works, how people can be programmed, and how that, for the most part, the only way to really break them out of this programming is to have something drastic happen to them by the very same people who program them. All right? And sometimes it's unintentional, and sometimes it's intentional, depending on the setting. Right? So if you join the military, before you leave the military, they got to deprogram. Okay? That's why it is that's when you join the military, leave the military, they have to deprogram. Why is that? If programming don't work. Why is that? Psychological conditioning don't work. Why they got to deprogram? Huh? Think about it. Talk to you guys in the next video.